friends, I'm Edyta Sitar from Laundry Basket Quilts. Welcome to Quilting Window. Today is a special day. We're working on our Little Quilts from our Little Quilts Club, and I love this little project. Look at this, how pretty it is. Isn't it beautiful? I just finished the top, and all that I'm gonna have to do is quilt it. I'm so excited to share this with you and show you how to make this gorgeous little schoolhouse. If you are not part of our Little Quilts Club, you must go to our website and sign up. Every month you receive a pattern and a box with everything you need to make this beautiful project. And in this case, we have all your blocks beautifully pre-cut for you. Look at this, including the center, and all that you have to do, open the packages and start sewing. And I can't wait to show you how I make the blocks. I'm gonna push this to the side. I'm gonna make a room because the first thing that I wanted you to do is start small with little sawtooth stars. When you open your packages, you're gonna select fabrics that are matching. You're gonna need 1 square, 8 triangles. Those are half square triangles for your points on your little stars. You're gonna need 1/4 square triangles for the sides, and then you're gonna need little squares for the corners. So those are the pieces you're gonna select to make one block. I already started it, and I can't wait to show you how to do this. I started by placing half square triangle with a 1/4 square triangle, right sides together, stitch from the top straight down, flip it open just like this, gently press, then take another half square triangle, place on the other side. Is very important you match those little points right here. I love little sawtooth stars. They're so nice to make. You're gonna start stitching from here straight down, open it up, and look what you make. You're gonna make a beautiful little flying geese unit. You're gonna make sure you follow the directions in the pattern for trimming. Then you're gonna repeat because you need total of 4 of them. You're gonna place 2 on each side, then you're gonna have 1 on the top and 1 on the bottom, just like this. I'm gonna just put this here to hold the spot. It's not finished, I'm gonna finish later, but just to hold the spot so you see the whole idea. Once you have your flying geeses done, you're gonna lay everything into the beautiful block, and you're gonna start sewing your units into rows. This is gonna be your row 1, row 2, and row 3. I love to start in the middle because it's so nice and easy. I take my square, place on my flying geese, and I stitch straight down from the top and then flip it open. I'm gonna push my seam allowance towards the center square. I'm gonna repeat this also on the right side by placing my flying geese, stitching it, and flipping it open. My little flying geeses on the top and the bottom gonna get little squares, and I already finished one side so you can see it. This time I'm gonna push the seam allowances towards the squares. I'm gonna repeat this twice for the bottom row and for the top row. Then I'm gonna sew the rows together, and look at this. In no time you're gonna have a beautiful sawtooth star. You're gonna go ahead, press it, and trim it. Very important when you're making little blocks like this to trim it. Now it's time for our center house. I love this house. I'm gonna start with my chimney row. I took a background rectangle and sewed them together with little squares. Those are so cute. Those are going to be my chimneys. I make this into one row. I push my seam allowances towards the red. In this case, follow all the directions in a pattern for pressing is very important. My second row is my roof row. I already completed mine. It was so nice and easy. All the pieces were pre-cut. All that I did is I placed my pieces right sides together, and look at how easy it is to match, and then stitch, then push my seam allowance towards the red, press and set it down, and I'm ready with my second row. Let me push this a little bit to get more room for the rest of the house. Yes, now it's time for the door I'm gonna sew 2 rectangles on each side, push the seam allowance towards the red, and finish with the top of the door. This part is gonna go right here in our block. Last part is our window part, and look at those cute windows. I set them with rectangles in red, sew them into one row, add a bar on the top, rectangle on the bottom, and now all that I need to do is add a light strip on the side and another one on the top, just like this. I love to use pins and pin everything in place, especially when I'm sewing those longer strips like this. Oh, this is going to be so cute. Now, once I finish stitching, all that I have to do is sew this to this, add my roof to it, and then add my chimneys to my roof. Notice this was the one place that I think you're gonna have maybe a little bit difficulties. You need to match perfectly the sides, but even more important is that you match your roof with your chimney. So I like to turn this piece over just to see, peek into it, take a pin and pin it to make sure that I'm in the correct place, that when I'm sewing straight down, my chimneys are matching up really nice. And look at, you don't want to match seam to seam. You need it to be a little bit further down because there is an angle to the roof. So remember, angle to the roof to make a really nice match right there. You can also, like I said, take a pin, push it right through where you know you're gonna be stitching to make sure that it matches with this other thread. So remember, roof has an angle, chimneys are straight, so you're gonna have to make sure you match those points. And once you do that, you're gonna stitch, flip it open, and all that you have to do is now sew all of the rows together, just like I told you. As soon as you finish, look what happened. A beautiful, beautiful little schoolhouse. Isn't it cute? Now we're going to do a little trimming around it. We're gonna add a base and we're gonna add little side strips to give a little separation from our blocks to the little schoolhouse. Do you see what I'm doing? All that I would do is take the strip, place it right sides together, pin it, and then stitch it, flip it open, follow the arrows for pressing, for seam allowance, add my right and a left strips to it, and now all that I have to do is line up my blocks on the outside. Let me show you with my little quilt so you can see what I did. Oh, is that so cute? So all that I would do is finish all my stars, line them up, and I arrange them in a little rainbow arrangement around my schoolhouse. I thought that would be so pretty. If you want to scatter them random, it would be beautiful too. And all that I'm gonna do is sew them into sets of 3, into set of 3 on the right side, sew it together into the house, and then finish by sewing them into row of 5 for the top and the bottom, sewing them into my little schoolhouse. Wasn't that fun, fun, fun? Remember, follow arrows for pressing, and remember, have some fun. It is gonna be so nice to sit down and complete this project with this beautiful pre-cut kit. And for anyone, like I said, that it's not part yet of our little Quilts Club, please go to our website and join us in right now. You're gonna have so much fun. Happy quilting!